Hello, welcome to today's reading. I'm Cosmo. Um, I'm sorry about coming on. Being a little delayed. I know I posted like a day or two ago about like coming on for a reading sooner. I'm trying to push myself, but I this kind of has revealed to me like that it's easier for me to do these on my days off, which I didn't really have a day off during that time. Um, So taking that, I'm gonna just my goal is to so probably on Mondays and Tuesdays that I will primarily be doing readings because those are usually my days off. Um, when I feel ready and called to do more, even on the days that I do work, then I'll announce that. But at least on the days that I work, definitely I plan on posting, at least making posts, or I'd say my first goal would be beyond just the readings on the Mondays and Tuesdays, readings, doing a short, one or two shorts or some shorts throughout the week, even though I might be working. Um, my goal is also to try to like get these readings a little bit more on the shorter side, simply because I feel like when if I don't give myself a little bit of a time cap, then I tend to like get a little too in my words. Um, and that also just is me like I'm getting back into the groove of things. It's been a while, so it's like I get a lot more information even when I before I stopped reading. So it's like my mind works faster than my mouth can. So bear with me. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me know how you're doing in the comments. Let me know what you like, dislike, like just how you resonate, or even if you don't resonate. That's would be interesting too. Obviously, I prefer not in a rude way, but whatever you want to do. Um, and yeah, hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing pretty well today. It was a very hot day. But I love the heat. And usually, if I start feeling myself, um, like it's becoming a little overwhelming, I'll call on my spirit team to help me with that, or a specific deity. I know I tend to like Ifrit a lot, um, and he tends to help me embrace the heat and find power in the heat and um, things like that, and even inspiration. I'm just going to start with the regular tarot today. Like I said, I wanted to get more into this soul retrieval, and I've definitely been seeing more signs. Another one that was significant before we get into like pulling any cards was today I actually had a talk with a coworker. Actually, and then yesterday I had another talk with a different coworker, and they've been bringing up childhood trauma, to say the least. And I can see it's a soul retrieval process that through us just interacting with each other, we're helping each other do, because then it's also bringing up things in my past. And I would say more personal, like specifically today, like with the conversation with my coworker, um, it was seeing how being medicated at the age of 4, like I was emotional bypassing in one of the most extreme forms. And that it definitely, there's no hard feelings. I've moved past that with my personal connections, but it's definitely with the soul retrieval. I'm realizing there's a piece of my soul that I'm pretty sure I lost at that point. With that being severed from my emotions, or at least a very large spectrum of my emotions at such a young age. But let's get into the reading about you. So I want to know specifically, whoever's here with me in this reading, what specifically do you need to know, and what is this soul retrieval about for you? calling on my higher self and my closest guides of the Most High to help and assist in this reading. Taking a step aside, let's co-create. Yeah. So first of all, we have the 4 cups in reverse. So this is a situation, from what this is telling me, where you seemed dissatisfied with some of the things, kind of just like bored. But there's something new, but you were finding contentment. It wasn't like, because remember, it's in reverse, so it's not going to be as extreme. It's going to be more like you were being more content with the things you've had. Like, you knew you had it good, and you're not really like, it's not feeling like in lack or anything, but you're just kind of like, I'm ready for more. And what I'm being shown here is that you've been so much in that energy, because in this image, there's a cup being held out in front, but he has his eyes closed. So he can't see that this new thing is appearing, saying like, hey, you said you're ready for more, here's more. You gotta meet it halfway. You gotta open your eyes. You gotta see it for what it is so that you can reach out and receive it. Can you tell me anything else about that? How are they not seeing it? What could they do, Spirit, to become aware of this, to get on the same frequency as this opportunity or thing? Ooh, 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 ooh. So we got a few cards. So I got the Mystic, which is the High Priestess in this deck, 10 of Cups, and King of Swords. So immediately what jumped out to me is getting focused on your end. How you imagine like your highest timeline, want an ending that you can see. Like, what do you want in the end with this highest timeline? What in the end is what goal? I'm not saying it never necessarily has to stop there, but it's like, I guess, like a checkpoint, like where you could be like a milestone. There we go. I like that word. A milestone in what you're manifesting, a major milestone. And just, you already know the answers because you already have that the Mystic playing right now, which, like I said, that's the High Priestess in a normal tarot deck. I have my Saint Jinx tarot deck. It is a gay male erotic tarot deck, so it's an 18 plus deck, so I will not be showing the cards. But if you ever want to check it out, it's Saint Jinx. And I can link that at the bottom of his content creation page if anyone's ever interested in looking at his other decks. He's also got some Oracle decks, and it's what I found is really unique. And he also has a Zodiac deck, which pairs well with really any tarot deck. It doesn't even have to be one of his. Back to the reading. So with the Mystic, you're definitely, you've been observant of what's going on in your unconscious. And with the King of Swords on the right side, on the other side, I would say it's like you're also in touch with your conscious mind. Like, you've been watching that and staying on top of that mental diet. We're gonna call it that. So it's saying that, like, if you just keep doing what you're doing, and focus more on the coherence, because I've almost seen like this reading, like the spread is like each side of your mind, your being, your soul, of the conscious and unconscious mind. And then so with that, you get better with the being coherent between heart and mind. Some could say that heart and mind coherence, which would be unconscious would be the heart, and then the conscious mind would be what we think is the brain. So with that coming together and getting coherent, like where they both are in agreement and focused on that same um, goal outcome. That's where you will just, it will be automatic and effortless. You might not even notice that you picked it, that you figured it out, that you have grabbed the cup and taken hold of it. Do we have anything else? And we have Nine of Wands in reverse on the bottom. So with this, it's hinting at that you released a lot of things, and so now it should be pretty easy, or if you haven't, to release. You might have a lot of burdens you need to release, and that will help getting rid of the chaos or the excess noise. May help you come into this coherence more and more clearly, so that you can see this opportunity or this possible path that you are not seeing right now. But this is also going to come to the soul retrieval. It definitely is. So when you get clear on that, and then clear on where you want to go with that, then, or what that's trying to show you, the path will find you, because the path you seek is also seeking you. And then you might find out you are the path. So we're at 11 minutes, almost 12 minutes. I think that's pretty good. I don't really feel too much else to say. Let's see. I'm not really feeling to pull more cards, but let's see if Spirit wants to say anything else before I close this up. Oh. And see if there's any new seeds you can be planting. That, because sometimes it helps to keep the conscious mind busy with things. Just a little bit, but you can still gear those things that you keep it busy with to like just add to the path that you're already planned to or are already on. So you can make it a little more fun. It's just as one example. Like, I was thinking randomly, maybe I'll get a dog, and I have not a dog in, I'd say, almost a decade, if not over a decade. But I'm feeling pretty ready. But we'll see. We have 2 cups in reverse, so there might be a lot of grief. I'm not getting so much, it could be romantic, but I'm also getting even just platonic relationships. And it's not that necessarily like you're losing these people in your life, but the dynamics may be changing. And usually when dynamics change, and if they change enough, definitely, and you're manifesting that, and not in a controlling way, just as far as like, this is, just based off personal boundaries, and could be simply enough, and you might have a time of separation between you and other people, but then it comes back together, and it's in an elevated way that's better for both people involved. So just keep that in mind. And that's it. Sending you all so much love, and hope you're all doing well, and until next time, take care.